balancing on my coffee. We're gonna do sweater surgery today. So I finally finished, took forever, like a month and a half, my sweater, number 29. I love it. It's so soft. I think the cables will come up beautifully, but it has grown more than was expected. I did obviously gauge swatch for it, but it's a bit big, and I know it's supposed to be oversized. I'm happy with it being like oversized. Let's see if I can, show you. That's not the best angle. Let's see. So yeah, it's pretty oversized. Turn you around. You see me in the mirror? It's pretty oversized. It's nice. Let's pop you down here. Show you properly. So there we go. It's cute. I like how it drapes. I think it's really pretty. I'm happy with the length, but I have little sweater paws. And even when I cuff it, so if I cuff it all the way back, still a bit long, I think. So that's as high up as it can get, and that's a mid-hand. So I think what we need to do is a little bit of sweater surgery. So what I'm planning on doing is, this is all mohair, right? So there's mohair in there, so I don't really want to have to frog all of this and redo the bind off. So what my hope is I'm going to lifeline along the rib, and I'm going to lifeline like midway through this cable set, so the last set of cable repeats, just there. So I'm going to lifeline that as well. And then what I'm going to try and do is just graft the sleeves back on so that we lose one pattern repeat. Because I think if that moved here, would be at knuckle, so we'd be there at the longest, and then if you cuffed it all the way back from there, you're going to come at wrist length, and I think that would be okay. I think that would still look nice. So yeah, first time ever doing sweater surgery. I'm scared. I can't lie, I'm scared. But I know that if it doesn't work, I'm just going to have to reknit it, which is what I'm going to have to do anyway. So it feels like it's not that big of a risk, really. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and lifeline along the rib, I guess. Actually, I may not even lifeline. I might just cut in the middle of a repeat and then wind back, because I feel like that's going to give me a slower unravel. And I think it's quite hard to lifeline ribbing and cabling. So I think that's what I'm going to do, which is even scarier. But what I'm planning on trying to do is keep the whole of that rib, cut in the middle of this repeat, and then join the rib again after the last twist. So I'll have one extra row of knitting as compared to the pattern, because this goes from the twist. Oh no, looks like there's one more round. So I think it looks like it's twist and then one more round. So that's what we're going to try and do. Wish me luck. So we've moved to the floor. Hopefully you can see. We're just going to be brave, okay? I'm not being very brave, but we're just going to be brave. I've got a couple of needles and I've got a stitch stopper, and I think I'm just going to go for it. I think I'm just going to cut midway through this repeat, and we're just going to figure it out. What is the worst? Nothing is the worst. It is going to be absolutely fine. I also know I have spare yarn, so it's kind of, we're in a chill place. Let's just do it. Let's be brave. I feel like I should probably use my fabric scissors, but we're just going to use these. They're pretty sharp. Oh my god. It's the first time, I think, ever I've cut my knitting, apart from cutting a bind off. So this is sketchy. She is almost separate. She's separate. We've done it. We've cut the knitting. So let's try. I feel like I should put something underneath me to like catch all the bits. Give me one moment. That's more sensible, isn't it? Right, so let's go down a couple of rows and pull ourselves out of this. Maybe I sense a time lapse. Do you guys sense a time lapse? An eternity of frogging later, we have the little cuff back onto some needles neatened up for reattaching. I have to now do the same to the sleeve. Wish me luck. Okay, so all our stitches are on needles. I've got my cuff over here, but if we have a little look, I think that, looks like the right length without the ribbing on. So I think we need to take off another whole repeat of the pattern on the sleeves, because I do think that probably hits, oh sorry, that probably hits about right. That's obviously what we were working with before. So I think I'm gonna have to get wit up, but I think I'm gonna frog back one more repeat and then reattach my ribbing. My little ribbing is just here. So we had a hiccup. I planned on unwinding 2 pattern repeats, right? So 1 was what we originally thought, 2 was I think what we needed. But I have quite a lot of yarn here, because what I hadn't remembered was the last 3 rounds, the first 2 of the last 3 have decreases. So that means I've had to go back to 1 before the decreases to get the right amount on the needles. Basically, we've had to unwind like 3 or 4 repeats now. So this is the length of the sleeve that still remains. Hang on, let's try and show you. And this is how much I actually knitted. So you can kind of tell how far I've had to end up going back. So now what I need to do is reknit 20 rows so that then the shaping's in the right place, and then I can reattach my cuff. Pain in the bum. So I'm going to do that now. It's 7:30. I've just put wit down. So I don't think I'm going to get this done in a day, which I kind of thought I would, because I thought it was only going to be frogging 10 rows. Yeah, so we're going to have to do this, I think, in multiple parts, but I'm going to try and do just the knitting on the sleeve now, and hopefully I'll get that back to a place where it's functional, like that the sleeve will be done, and then I can mirror that on the other side tomorrow. We have another setback, gang. So I finished knitting the 20 stitches back, right, to get my decreases there, and my sleeve's at the right length, at the right place. Tried it on, so I'm like all ready to Kitchener, because I know I can Kitchener. I know how to Kitchener in stockinette and in purling. You can't do a joinless, like a seamless join for Kitchener stitch in 1x1 ribbing. So all of that effort essentially was for nothing. Like, I have to reknit everything, but we're committed, we're gonna do it. So the sleeve, we've redone the last 20 stitches. I'm going to have to frog my cuff. I won't obviously be able to get the bind off, but I don't think I'm gonna have enough yarn with this bit which is left. And then it means the other sleeve I'm gonna have to literally just cut the same, but again, because of this whole decreasing stuff, I actually, if I want to lose 2 rounds, I have to go back 4 rounds and reknit 2 and then reknit the rib. It's chaos, but it's also 11:15 at night, so I think we're going to just I think I'm going to unravel the sleeve, and I've just done my setup round for ribbing, so I think let's just get my yarn back. Let's have that be something that I've achieved today. I cannot believe, I thought this was going to be done on both sleeves by the end of today, because I was like, oh, it's just 1 repeat. If I'd have done 1 repeat, it would have been fine, but I haven't done 1 repeat, so it's not fine. We do things properly, don't we? And then we love the things we make, but it's a pain in the arse. So yes, I'm going to frog my cuff, and then I'm torn as to whether with this one, so I need to go back 4 repeats, right? So I need to go back all the way to here, and like, sorry, let's see if I can flip you. So to get these 2 rounds gone, I have to frog all the way back to here, so all of this part of the sleeve needs to be frogged. I then have to reknit these with decreases, and then I need to reknit my ribbing here to get like the equivalent of 2 lengths off. So I'm kind of torn, because obviously it's really hard to frog mohair. So I either can cut off, what's that? Is that a fly? I can either cut off like up here, and we can just frog the whole way back and pray for me, or I could cut like somewhere in the middle and frog the two parts separately. So I could maybe cut like here and then frog back that amount and then frog this part down so that I'm only working with like shorter spaces of wool. I think I'm probably going to just start from the cuff though. I think that feels easier somehow. So yeah, let's get to frogging my very carefully maintained, beautiful cuff. We will get there. This will be on my arm one day. It's 5 to midnight. I feel feral. We're stopping. I have a baby to look after in the morning. So this is the side that I finished re-knitting. The ribbing has to come on. I frogged the cuff and I frogged the other sleeve. I managed to do it in a oneer, so I'm pretty pleased about that. And here is all my yarn vomit. I'm going to really quickly tidy up down here and then crash into bed. Hello gang. So we are back. It is the next evening. I've put little one to bed and we have got one side finished. So this has taken so much longer than I thought it would. Let's have a little try on and a little look. So here we go. So here's where we're at. That's with 2 pattern repeats off. My wrist bone just comes here, so it is just like grazing my wrist. This is unblocked, so we know with this jumper, sorry if my face isn't in here, we know with this jumper that this is going to grow a little bit more. So I think where it is now would be fine if it didn't grow, but I think when it does grow, it may come down like maybe as far as here. I doubt it would come down as far as here, because we were like end of the fingers last time. So that's what we're working with. And I have 20 more stitches, rounds, sorry, for just this section here, and then the ribbing to work. So I'm gonna get started on that tonight. It's about 8:30. Let's come make some tea actually, come with me. I'm gonna keep this on because it's actually a bit cold. I can probably do with closing some of our windows. Hang on. Oh God, I don't want to take you like into the darkness. Give me a minute. There we go, right. Oh, yeah, so it's been a journey, but I think, oh, I've still got my stitch marker there. I think this is gonna work. I feel as though in my bones, this is making something that's then gonna be wearable. It's super cozy. It's just a shame, like it's taken me so long that I honestly don't think I'm gonna, oh no, I didn't need that, do I honestly don't think I'm gonna get that much wear out of it this year. I'm just hoping that when kind of autumn comes around, this will be just like the loveliest surprise ever to be able to wear. So yeah, it's kind of, thought it was gonna be a couple of hours worth of work, has turned into 2 full days of knitting so far. I have been solo parenting today, so haven't done like as much knitting as I might do on other days, but yeah. So I'm just gonna have, not sponsored by the way, but some Verdant Blend sticky chai. We got this one when we went to Exeter. Let's see there. And we have COVID, our family has COVID at the minute. My throat's just so sore. Like, I'm not that worried about any other aspect of it. I feel fine. Well, tired, but fine otherwise. But my throat is so sore. So, yeah, I thought some nice tea would be a good one whilst I start on knitting the other sleeve. I'm then going to reblock, I think, the whole jumper. Actually, no. Why would I do that? Let's just reblock, like, half of the sleeves. I know that sounds like a weird thing to do, but it means it's not going to have to dry the whole jumper. So let's do that. That feels sensible. I'm attached. I need to like a little umbilical cord. Whoa, I have to carry you around with me. Oh, yeah, we've had a pretty good day today. I went round to my mum's and my little niece was there. Just lovely seeing my son just interact with her. They're only 6 months apart, so really close in age, and as they get older it's going to seem like less and less of a gap. But it meant that I was like pretty full on, like either mumming or auntying. And yeah, which was fine, it was really good fun, but I didn't kind of knit very much in the day-to-day. And I then just knitted for about an hour just to get one sleeve done before I'd update you again. So yeah, I'm gonna put this one in the microwave, get my tea, curl up on the sofa, and I might put some crown on, I think that's what I'm gonna do. See you in a bit. Hello, it's the next morning. I was like, then I feel like a little aesthetic intro I'm gonna bring you with me as I make breakfast for Wit and I. And Wit has just woken up like in a mood. So yeah, we didn't manage to do that. We had nice porridge though. We had porridge with some peanut butter and some bananas because we're trying to just get him exposed to peanut butter a bit. It's his third time trying it. Yeah, and he's just gone down for his nap now. It's 11 o'clock, so we just coped today. I'm struggling to get this jumper out of my project bag. This is cursed, okay? Like, I am 99% sure that this is cursed, and the universe doesn't want me to have this jumper, or it wants me to have it in like June. So new drama. I did really well last night, so I don't remember what I showed you, but finished off the cuff on this sleeve. Perfect, fits beautifully. I think it will grow just a little bit when I block it. This I had finished up just before the ribbing, and then I read my little pattern notes, didn't I? Changed to 4mm needles. I was like, I knitted it all on 4. So I've had to frog it again back to exactly the same place. So we have no progress basically on this sleeve. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know what's wrong with this project, but we're gonna get on with it. So this is normally Wit's biggest nap window. I'm still feeling pretty wiped with COVID, so I'm not like that snotty anymore. I still have a really sore throat and I'm feeling really tired. So I think whilst usually I do like half relaxing in this window and half jobs, I think I'm just gonna try and just chill and look after myself a little bit today. I feel like maybe I've pushed it a little bit hard. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sit, I'm gonna knit. I've got 5mm needles, the right ones, so wish me luck. Something else will go wrong, I'm sure. And we're at the afternoon. I've just finished knitting my 2 repeats on the right size needles, swapped to the size 4s, and done the setup round for ribbing. So I now have 18 rounds of ribbing like on this cuff, and my double knitting, and then my bind off to do, which I maybe finish today. More on day 3. I am going to stop here though because there's some stuff I need to do around the house and I need to sort out my little one as well. So I think I'm going to leave this until after our dinner tonight and get some jobs sorted and look after it. Hello. I'm coming at you from the bedroom. It's fairly late at night, but I have news. I have finished both sleeves. So sleeve 1, sleeve 2, we are there. I'm going to probably just go and wash and block it now, but I'm probably not going to film that just because it's dark in the house and it's not going to look great, but I don't want to wait till tomorrow because I'm hoping it will, you know, get some drying done overnight. So yeah, phew, we got there in the end. Good morning. My jumper has finally finished blocking. I've just chucked it off the blocking mats and the sleeves have relaxed nicely. So it is time to try her on. You're going to come with me whilst we do this. Hello. So let's have a go. I'm excited. Oh, it's still a little bit damp on the underside, but I think we will cope with that. It's only on one side, which is kind of weird. Maybe it's like the way the sun's gone into the room. Oh, much better. So that is now what we're looking like on the sleeves. So yeah, just kind of coming down. Let's see if I can straighten my arm out for you. Just coming down a little bit over my thumb. And then the way I like to wear Then with the ribbing is just to cuff it back, like cuff the ribbing in half, just like this, which for me brings it just up over my wrist bone, exactly where I wanted it to be. So it's been a bit of a journey with this jumper, I've got to be honest, but it is finished and I love it. I can see myself getting an awful lot of wear out of it. I think the pattern is absolutely gorgeous. It's been well worth the faff, but it has been a faff.